In continuation with the commentary of the first shloka, इह इ धर्मार्थकाममोक्षपरिपन्थि रोगोपशमनाय ब्रह्म प्रभृद्भिः प्रणीतम् आयुर्वेदतन्त्रेषु अतिविस्तरत्वेन सम्प्रति वर्तमान अल्पायुर्मेधसां पुरुषाणां न सम्यक् अर्थाधिगमः तद् अनधिगमश्च तद्विहितार्थानाम् अननुष्ठाने तथैवोपप्लवो रुजम् इति परमकारुणिको अत्र भवान् अग्निवेशो अल्पायुर्मेधसाम् अपि सुखोपलम्भार्थं नातिसंक्षेपविस्तरं कायचिकित्सा प्रधानम् आयुर्वेदतन्त्रं प्रणेतुम् आरब्धवान्. धर्म अर्थ काम मोक्ष परिपन्थि रोगोपशम. So rogas are the main karana for not attaining the moksha. The vyadis or the obstruction for the proper dharma, artha, kama, and thereby one cannot attain the moksha. So the cure of vyadi is only the remedy. For the cure of such vyadhi, we have the knowledge of this Ayurveda which obtained by Brahma Prabhutibhihi. They explained Ayurveda for the cure of diseases which are becoming obstruction for attaining the moksha. Ativistarattvena, so which is in the elaborative form, samprati vartamana alpayurmedasam purushanam na samyak arthadigamah, means as Ayurveda jnana which got from the Brahma is very elaborative form, and samprati vartamana, in this era alpayurmedasa person generally be having alpayu and alpamedha na samyak arthadigamah refers to it becomes very difficult to understand. Tad anadigamascha tadvihita arthanam ananusthane. Keeping this era people age and their mindset only things which are helpful in maintaining the health tataivopaplavo rujamiti manvanaha, to understand the vyadi or the rujas and their management are explained here. Paramakaruniko atra bhavan agnivesho. So the Paramakarunika Agnivesha Alpayurmedasam api for Alpa Ayu and Alpamedha persons, Sukhopalambhartam for easy understanding even by such persons, Nati Sankshepa Vistaram, not too short and not too detailed, Kaya Chikitsa Pradhanam Ayurveda Tantram Pranetum Arabdavan, created this Kaya Chikitsa Pradhana Ayurveda Tantra for Alpa Ayu and Medha person. Tasmischa श्लोक निधान विमान शरीरेन्द्रिय चिकित्सित कल्प सिद्धि स्थानात्मके अभिधातव्ये निखिल तंत्र प्रधानार्थाभिधाय कथय श्लोकस्थानम एवाग्रे वक्तव्यम मन्यथा. So this tantra contains ashtasthana, that is shloka, nidhana, vimana, sharira, indriya, chikitsa, kalpa and siddhisthana. Among them, the tantra pradhanarthabhidhaya kathaya shlokasthanam evagre vaktavyam. This shlokasthana is considered to be the greater importance one, as it have the pradhana artha kathaya of entire tantra. So it is of the primary importance or given much importance than compared to all other sthana. वक्ष्यति हि श्लोकस्थानं समुद्दिष्टं तन्त्रस्य अस्य शिरशुभं चतुष्काणं महर्थानं स्थाने अस्मिन् संग्रह कृतः इति. Vakshyati hi said that Shlokasthana is considered to be the shiras of this tantra, similar to the shira of the sharira, so which is explained in the form of the chatushka specially. Total 7 chatushkas are present, so which have the Maharthanam Sangraha in the form of the shloka, so called Shlokasthana. And 7 chatushkas are Beshaja, Swastha, Nirdesha, Kalpana, Rogha, Yojana and Annapana Chatushka. तत्र च सूत्रस्थाने अपि उत्पन्न रोगग्रहणे त्वरया रोगोपघाती बेशज अभिधायी चतुष्के अभिधातव्ये निखिल तंत्र बीजभूत हेतुलिंगौषधाद्य अर्थस्य तथा तंत्र प्रवृत्त्यंग प्रयोजनवत् आयुर्वेदागम आधेर अभिधायकं दीर्घं जीवितीयम् अध्यायम् अभिधातुम् आरब्धवान्. Tatra cha sutrasthane, in sutrasthana, for utpanna roga, as a measure for the prashamana of the vyadi, the Bheshja is necessary. So, first Bheshja Chatushka is explained. In this Chatushka, the first chapter is named Dirghan Jivitiya Adhyaya, in which the Bija Bhutha Hetu Linga Aushadhadya Arthasya, in a nutshell, explaining the Hetu, Linga, and then Aushadha Jnana, that is Trisutra Jnana, and Prayojana of this Tantra and Ayurvedhagama, origin of the Ayurveda, are dealt or explained in detail. Shrotrujana Pravritti एत्वाभिधेय प्रयोजनं सम्बन्धोपदर्शकं श्रोतृबुद्धि समाधानाय व्याख्यान प्रतिज्ञा परम अष्ट पदम अष्ट संख्याय मंगलत्वेनादौ सूत्रं निवेशितवान् अथाथो दीर्घं जीवितीयम् अध्यायं व्याख्यास्यामः इति. For श्रोतृजन प्रवृत्ति, to make person interested in. The Shrotrujana is audience, the one who reading it or the listening to their words becomes Shrotrujana generally. Those who interested in the subject matters, their principal objective of the Sambandhopadarshakam, their relation with the subject and the object, the Shrotru Buddhi Samhadhanaya Vyakhyana Pratijna, for Shrotru and for the Shrotru Buddhi to clear the doubts and to generate the interest over the Shastra, to highlight the principles, the author started the Tantra with the Param Ashta Padam Ashta Sankhyaya. So 8 words considered the Mangalatva. The Ashta is Mangalatva. This number is auspicious. That is Atha, Atha, Dirghan, Jivitiyam, Adhyayam, Vi, Hang, Kya, Syamaha. यथो निरभिधेये कचटतपाधौ सभिधेये व निष्प्रयोजने काकदन्तपरीक्षाधौ प्रेक्षावतां प्रवृत्तिर् न उपलभ्यते तेनाधौ अभिधेय प्रयोजने अभिधातव्ये. Usually the people doesn't have interest over niravidheye kachatatapadhav sabhideye va nishprayojane, objectiveless or the principleless things. As such, the interest will be very less, like kachatatapa etc. or the nishprayojana, which is not useful. For that also the people doesn't show any sorts of interest in reading such tantra. Reading such objectless tantra is like doing kakadanta pariksha, so like examining the crow's teeth. So author first explain abhideya prayojane abhidhatavye, purpose or the aim and objective of the tantra with importance of the tantra and its significance at the beginning itself. So the person will gain the interest over the tantra and start reading it. Later he can able to get diminished with the vyadis and thereby he can attain the moksha. So the purpose, the ultimate aim will be reached. For that purpose he'll say the prayojana at the beginning, so that in order to create interest over subject. Yaduktam abhideya phala jnana viraha stimithodhyamaha shrotrum alpamapi grantham na driyante hi sadavaha ithi. And he also says, if the tantra is not with the useful benefits, the phala jnana virahasti, then shrotrum, the readers, are not interested in, or the very few can read or interested in such a shastra. And most of the readers will not read, or they lose interest if the objective or the benefits are not explained at the beginning. Alpamapi grantha, not even the alpa, the less portion also, na driyante hi sadavaha, will be read by the people if the importance of the shastra is neglected. So he is just giving the justification why the shastra prayojana is said in the first shloka commentary itself. For that he is just justifying abhideyavatva प्रयोजनवत्व निर्वहार्थं च अभिधेय शास्त्रयोर अभिधान अभिधेय लक्षणाः संबंधाः प्रयोजन शास्त्रयोश्च साध्य साधन भावलक्षणो अभिधातव्यः. He is explaining about what is abhidhana, what is abhideya, that means what is subject and what is object, and what is the relationship between the sadhana and then the sadhya. All those things comes in this lines of commentary. To explain the subject of the tantra, it is necessary to know the difference between, or the relationship, that is sambandha between the abhidhana and abhideya, and their sambandha with or in between the abhidhana and abhideya is important in knowing the shastra also. Prayojana shastrayocha साध्य साधन भाव लक्षणो अभिधातव्यः. On other way, this sambandha between the abhideya and shastra which is told in the tantra and sadhya sadhana are very helpful in knowing the shastra. In either way you can understand. In the sense, this sambandha is possible between the first one, that is shastra and abhideya, and the next sadhya and then the sadhana. So here you need to remember what is abhidhana and what is abhideya, that is what is the subject and what is the object, and what is sadhya and what is sambandha and sadhana. So how it is contributing in order to know regarding the tantra or the shastra, or in order to understand the prayojana what exactly is necessary. So he is just saying or explaining regarding the abhidhana and abhideya sambandha, especially in knowing the prayojana or in achieving the moksha. Tatre abhidheyam ita ahitadi rupenayuhu vakshatihi idha idham sukham dukham ayuhu tasya hitahitam manam cha taccha यत्रोक्तम् आयुर्वेदः स उच्यते इति. अत्र च सर्वाभिधेय अवरोधो यथ स्थानमेव व्याकरणीयः. So here abhideya, that is the subject of the tantra, ita and ahita, that is definition of Ayurveda, the measurement, that is manam cha of ithayu, ahitayu, sukhayu, dukhayu, and their description is called Ayurveda. Atra cha sarvavidheya avarodho yatha sthanam evam vyakaraniya. In detail about the types of the ayu is explained in the appropriate context in this tantra, but not here in this chapter. Why means is not deviating from the abhideya of this entire chapter. Prayojanam cha dhatu samyam यथोक्तं धातुसाम्य क्रिया च उक्त तंत्रस्य अस्य प्रयोजनम् इति. Regarding prayojana of this tantra is to maintain the dhatu samyata, and the main purpose of Ayurveda is also to keep the samyata of the dhatus. Sambandho api ayuhu shastrayor abhideya lakshanaah prayojaneena cha dhatu samyena samam asya shastrasya heyopadheya jnanavantara vyaparasya sadhya sadhana bhavalakshanaah. Sambandho api, that is relation between ayuhu shastrayor, ayu and shastra is that of abhideya and abhidhana. Abhideya is the intention you can consider as, and abhidhana is the way of expressing the things. So prayojaneena cha dhatu samyam samam asya, relation between the dhatu samya and the tantra or the shastra itself is prayojana, and the step to reach that which includes the jnana of sadhya and sadhana within that. तथेतद् सर्वं दीर्घाञ्जीवितीयम् इत्यनेन पदेन दीर्घञ्जीवितीयशब्दम् अधिकृत्य कृतप्रयोजन अभिधायक धातुसाम्य क्रिया च उक्तम् इत्यादि वाक्य अभिधायकेन दर्शितं मन्तव्यम्. In the words of दीर्घञ्जीवितीयम् इत्यनेन पदेन दीर्घञ्जीवितशब्दं, दीर्घञ्जीवितशब्द refers to अधिकृत्य कृतप्रयोजन abhidhayaka dhatu samya kriya cha uktah, that is dirghanjivitya shabda referring the abhidhana and abhideya of the shastra along with that which is even conveying the shastra prayojana. In these terms, the aim of this Ayurveda and the aim of this tantra is dhatu samyata itself. And even this chapter, Dirghanjivitya Adhyaya, is also aiming at fulfilling the Shastra Prayojana or Ayurveda Prayojana.